We go to Rwanda just about every year, except now. And I hope you all received the big report. Yesterday afternoon, I sent out a report about everything going on right now. All of the new students that we are looking for sponsors from our dancers. We hope you will sponsor a student. We hope you will give money from now till the end of the year to help these 300 students go to school. Otherwise, they can't go to school. There's no money, especially because of COVID. So many things we are doing, but it's all thanks to Justin Bisengimana, who I hope we didn't just lose him, who is in Rwanda and can talk to everybody. We have how many people? About 35? 37. About 37 people, Justin, on the call today. We just danced for an hour. So everybody, while Justin is saying hi, just keep stretching and keep, moving a little bit and do your little balance and things. And tell us what's going on, Justin. Maraho abakuruchi.
Moraho Amakuru Nimeza, thank you so much, Janet, for having led everything and for taking us through this wonderful connection and keeping us connected. And thank you so much, all the dancers and everyone who participated into this amazing occasion. So we are okay. We are doing very fine. I've been trying to connect with you from the very beginning of your class, but I was not able to make it because of internet. But luckily enough, I'm able to connect you at your last minute. I'm so much happy to know that you were having those many participants. 37 is a very good number. And again, I want to express my gratitude and my thanks to everyone who is joining, because the more you join, guys, the more you change lives here in Rwanda. So thank you very much for being part of this amazing, life-changing program.
Justin, tell us about the new students that need sponsors, who they are when you meet them. What is it like when you tell them they might get a sponsor, they might get to go to school?
This is something very, very significant and very amazing in Iran to know that you're getting a sponsor who will help you with your education, because education is one of the most expensive programs in Rwanda. So knowing that someone will sponsor you is something very, very, very amazing. Such a big history in every single family where our students are coming from. So yes, this time we are having around 104 new students who are looking for sponsors. They are from poor families, families who are not able, who have no choice between feeding their kids and sending their kids to school. So those parents have no choice. They only have capacity. They're only able to feed, to find food for their kids. But when you come to education, they're not yet able to do that. In the future, they'll be able, because they are on this development path, they are on this development journey, but this time they have not yet been able to send their kids to school. So those are like the students from a short list we made, because they are not only those ones who are looking for sponsors. So they came from a bigger list, because a bigger list was had around 300 kids, but we kept like shortlisting because there's a very big range of criteria we consider when we are selecting them, until we get to the final list. So the final list we have is having 104 students who are looking for sponsors. So they are praying because they know it's going to be a big miracle for them to get a sponsor. And it is for each family. Each family is praying, each kid is praying to get a sponsor, because getting a sponsor is something so miraculous in this country. Because as I just said, education is one of the most expensive services you can ever have in this country.
So Justin, I have some news for you, which is that after I sent the e-blast last night we got 7 sponsors. 7 of those students are now sponsored. And I hope we will get more today. And let me tell the dancers, yeah. So you can we will tell you today who they are, and you can let them know, Justin, that they will be going to school. These are high school and college students, but almost all in high school, everybody. It's $350 a year, but you don't have to pay the whole thing, and you don't have to pay it at once. So many of our sponsors pay $10 a month or $20 a month, amount that it takes you to pay for coffee at Starbucks. That's how much it costs. And you just go to our website, our donation page, you can click there, and within a minute, you can set up a monthly donation, maybe $20 a month, maybe $30 a month, which is nothing compared to the classes, all these free classes you've gotten. So we hope that you will all just do that. And the most important thing is writing the letters a few times a year. You write little simple letters, you send them to me, I send them to Justin, and he distributes them with the team out there. And that means everything. It is completely life-changing for these kids, completely, and for their families. And we have an agreement with these kids, and that is that we will sponsor you to go to school. Your job is to come back and lead your community out of poverty. That's your job. That's why you're going to school, and that's why we're supporting you. So it's a very unusual program. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you the good news, Justin. We have at least 7 sponsors now as of last night. So and more to come, I'm sure, today. So everybody, open it up. This is an easy thing to do. We already have 200 sponsors of our continuing students, but these are new sponsors we're asking for. So Justin, thank you for hopping on the call, and just tell us in a minute what it was like distributing this food, what it was like for you giving the food that these classes paid for the people who had no food.
Anyway, I'm so much taken away by this news about getting sponsors. A few days after sharing the list of the students in the need of sponsors, I'm so driven into tears of joy. Thank you so much, 7 sponsors who just stepped forward and decided to be the first ones to sponsor our students. I'm so much happy, and I really don't know how to express my feelings and my, it's so beyond what I can ever explain. But thank you. After all, thank you so much. And that's what I can say. Because let me go back into education. You guys, I don't know, I know I'm taking your time, but as Janet just said, some Western sponsors have been asking so many questions. Some years back, they've been asking me, why do we need to sponsor a student from Rwanda, yet we know there are no jobs in Rwanda? What are they going to do after they finish their schools? This was one of the hindrances, which was hindering some sponsors to just come out, just step up and sponsor kids from Rwanda. But for us, as Janet said, it's an unusual program because we don't even think about getting jobs in Rwanda. Yes, it is one of the things we consider. But sometimes one of our students can get a job in Rwanda. But the most significant return we want from our students is to make sure they go back into their communities and lead those communities into a brighter future. Bring those communities out of poverty and take them into a bright future. So that is the only concern we have. And that makes us very unusual when it comes to education sponsorship. And we have a lot of testimonies. It is speaking for itself because our students are already leaders. They're already proving that they are going to do it because most of them are already leaders into their communities. They are supporting their cooperatives. They are helping with numbers, accounting, management. They are helping into different ways into their respective cooperatives. And it is very life-changing. That is who we are when it comes to sponsorship, when it comes to education sponsorship.
So I'm not sure. All right. Justin, I think I have a big announcement that one of our dancers, Deborah, just offered to sponsor 2 students.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. So we'll talk about it later. And for those who want to know more about this, it's all on our website. There's lots and lots of information about all this. But Justin, I just want you, so I will tell you the names today. Now there's 9 students sponsored. I will tell you their names so you can tell them tonight. Yeah. So anyway, that's fantastic news. Thank you, everybody. And remember, $10 or $20 a month is what it takes, or $30, whatever you can afford. Much less than it costs to get your nails done is a whole education for a student who would otherwise never go to school. But the training to become leaders is the big thing. And you'll learn more about that as we talk more through the end of the year. Thank you, Justin, so much for joining us today. I know it's very, very tricky. I know you have a curfew. I know you have to get home from the office, but thank you so much. Love you so much. Marakoze Chane. Oh, wait a minute.
Thank you so much, Marcos.
Wait, Janice Sullivan. Tell me. Another one of our dancers is going to sponsor student Janice Sullivan. So that is now 10 students. Yes.
Wow. I feel like I'm dreaming.
Fantastic. You see what happens when you come to our class, Justin?
Wow.
All right. Okay, we'll talk later. Thank you, Justin. Love you.
You too. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. All righty then. So everybody, we will just finish up class now. I hope you, I hope you enjoyed hearing. This is a very unusual thing we have as part of our lives. I mean, it causes me every morning when I wake up 5 or 6 o'clock, I jump. Genevieve knows, people who know me know this. I jump out of bed to the computer and getting things going because there's so much work to be done in Rwanda. We can't help people all over the world all the time, but at least we can do something. And it's so real. We know these people. We see what happens. We get the photos. We get the videos. We get the letters. I'm talking to Justin every day on the phone, so we know exactly what's going on in Rwanda, which is in a very unusual situation to have that kind of meaning in your life. So we welcome everybody to be part of it, not just sponsoring students, but there are many ways to be part of it. And it is our lives. I'm dedicated to it for the rest of my life. And that's what we're doing here. So the dancing is kind of the frosting on the cake. But anyway, so let's do our balance. Genevieve, could we have a little bit of a tune and everybody? So pulling in your stomach and lifting up nice and tall, powerfully, because now you feel this connection that we have with the world. And I hope it powers you. I hope it freshens you. I hope it gives you a surge of life as it does with us. All right, forward and back, nice and tall, big breath, nice balance.